Welcome back to Tarot and Beyond. Today's reading is big, happy changes that are coming into your life right now. Before I present the cards for you to choose from, I did just want to quickly mention that I now have memberships available here on the channel. If you're looking to join, there are 2 tiers. Both of them will give you access to some of the members-only videos, as well as personal readings through the live streams. And the Soul Family tier will give you access to discounts to services and products as well. So let's jump into your reading. You have the 3 options you see here before you. They're all the Wheel of Fortune. So just choose 1, 2, or 3 and use the timestamps linked in the description box or pin in the comments to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. If you do feel called to more than one or maybe all of them, that's perfectly all right. Just let your intuition guide you to the messages that resonate with you. Take what does and leave the rest. All right, we'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1, welcome to your big happy changes reading. So I'm going to start with the Amenti Oracle. So let's take a look and see what big happy changes are coming in your life. Oh, there's one more, they said. Okay, apparently it's that one. Sometimes my hands just kind of move without me really thinking about it. That's when I know Spirit's really kind of stepping in and channeling stuff. So you have, I keep my own counsel. I act respectfully of others. And I remain in balance with my emotions. Okay, so right away, the first thing I'm seeing is that this big positive, happy change for you, group 1, is that you are really trusting yourself more than you ever have before. You're regulating yourself, you're creating harmony and balance within, you're acting more respectful of yourself and therefore of others as well. And you're going to receive that in return because as you embody, so shall you see mirrored back to you. And it's really coming from you keeping your own counsel. It's like you're listening to yourself, you're feeling into your needs, you are feeling and honoring your emotions, and you're seeing things a lot more clearly with that eye here. It's like you are really observing and bringing awareness in a really big way to yourself. So that is a big happy change, especially if you've lived for years in disconnection from yourself or separation or self-abandonment or, not experiencing the respect from others because you were disrespecting your own needs or disrespecting your own thoughts or your own feelings. I feel like you're turning that around if that was the case, and you're really coming back into union with yourself in this beautiful, empowered way. I see illumination here as well, as above, so below, because what they're showing me is these 2 rays of light. It's like these ones are coming down from the eye and these ones are going up and out. So it's as above, so below. It's like you're shining light onto these opposing areas or these dualities within yourself or within your life. And by observing them, by understanding them, you're bringing balance in a really, really powerful way. I feel like this is helping you to break free from a cycle, because that's kind of what I'm feeling, and that's also what just obviously channeled through me. Sometimes I think about it and put the pieces together more consciously, and sometimes it just comes out of my mouth and I have to kind of backtrack of what did I say? What just happened there? So I feel like you guys you're breaking free in a really big way. You're changing something significant in your life, and as a result, you're breaking a cycle. Yeah, this is a big cycle that you're breaking. There's so much illumination here. Your relationship with others are improving, and because your relationship with yourself is improving. Super positive, happy change. Let's get some cards from this deck. I think this one's like the Angel Answers. I do feel these 2 cards. This 3rd one as well. Yeah, they said no more. Okay, fine. I wanted more, but they said no more. So funny, Spirit. Sometimes I will be like, okay, I want 1. And then they'll be like, there's 5 or 6 or however many. And then sometimes I'm like, I want more. And they're like, no, there's no more. So it's just funny how that works. You have there's something better. and forgiveness. What a beautiful card. You also have take action. Okay. Let me put this so you can actually see it right here. Okay, so I feel like you're forgiving yourself for all the years of, I just heard taking yourself for granted. It's almost like you didn't respect yourself, maybe not consciously or intentionally, but your behaviors, your actions, the self-neglect, the disregard of how you felt or what you needed, especially as it relates to how you interacted with other people. Maybe there was some people pleasing or some fawning going on there. And I feel like you're forgiving yourself for that and taking action in new ways that is more respectful of yourself. And so it is improving that relationship because you're like, I deserve better. I deserve better. And I'm not going to settle for less. I'm not going to continue putting myself last, putting everybody else first, and then feeling disconnected and depleted. That's what is coming through. So, yes, you definitely deserve the serenity of self-forgiveness and the unity and the union and the love that compassion really holds within itself. So that's the action I see you taking, is your approach to yourself and your approach to how you interact with other people in regard to your relationship with yourself is vastly improving. Major, major changes. I'm going to get this deck as well for group number 1. Be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth of the situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they will come to you upon angels' wings. So yeah, that's kind of the same thing I was seeing there. It's like you being honest with yourself here, you forgiving yourself, you really seeing to the heart of the matter here and giving yourself the support that you needed all along by taking good care of yourself is shifting this situation. It's breaking this cycle. Oh my God, look at that. These two are holding their arms in the same motion. It's like you're guarding your heart. You're protecting yourself for the first time in a long time, maybe ever, in this life. And I feel like it's through this heart healing, it's through this forgiveness, it's through this reconnection to yourself that this massive positive change, this big, 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 big happy change is taking place. And it's because you were willing to have the strength to see this. It's like you were willing to look at those patterns, those actions, those relationships, those behaviors, those patterns of thought. I feel like you've done a lot of self-introspection, awareness work, shadow work, maybe even like counseling and therapy, or just like self-help stuff, because I get the sense that you've like worked really hard to know yourself better and to have a better relationship with yourself so that you could have a better relationship with other people and not constantly feel like you were either overgiving or undergiving. It's like these vastly different polarities that maybe you were stuck in, like this pendulum kind of overcorrecting, swinging one way and then the other too much. Maybe accepting less than you deserved in the past. Okay, I don't usually shuffle so aggressively, but they want them to just flip out here instead of me selecting, so okay. Okay. Joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. So you are stepping back into your joy. That's part of the self-care here, I'm pretty sure, because you're taking action in a way that's self-respecting. You are listening to what brings you joy, what needs to be healed and released, what you truly deserve, and you're going after it. You're taking action toward that. Wow. I mean, yes, this is such a big happy change, group number one. This is the type of self-change that changes your entire life, because the way that you approach the external world significantly shifts once you start approaching yourself differently, because you start seeing your worth, you start accepting better treatment, and you start receiving in the way that you truly need. You stop allowing disrespect. You stop allowing yourself to be run down, depleted, used. You stop allowing people to walk all over you. You start going after what you truly want and what's going to make you happy. You start prioritizing your goals, your dreams, your needs, and even your wants and desires. So I feel like this is something it might seem like a very internal, personal shift, and it is, but it's actually going to create a massive ripple effect in the rest of your life. Like, everything is going to change in the most happy, positive of ways, because you are breaking this cycle. And that's why your fortune is changing. And that's the significator card for all of the readings in this particular theme, is the Wheel of Fortune. So it is the changing of the wheel. It's at the turning of fate. It's a new cycle. You've chosen something that's much more aligned. You're stepping into destiny, and you are kind of, you're like taking the reins. You're taking the bull by the horns, so to speak, because you are having the strength and the courage and the compassion to be able to meet yourself more deeply, more authentically. Yeah, and again, I feel like by following your joy, you're going to have a lot more body confidence for whatever reason that's coming through. I feel like maybe in the past you may have been self-conscious of specifically, and this is not going to apply for everyone, but they're giving me this message, so I have to bring it through for whoever this applies to. You may have been self-conscious of your breasts. And they're showing me that you're actually going to really feel more confident in your physical appearance, and specifically in your boobs, for whatever reason, if you are someone who has boobs. So I feel like you're just going to be honoring that they are part of you, and they are beautiful, and it's going to bring you a lot of joy for whatever reason that's coming through. I don't know why, but it's like, maybe that's a big happy change for you. Maybe it was a big insecurity of yours, or maybe it was something that you really didn't realize was such a big deal to you, but it was. And by coming into this compassion in all of these other areas of your life, you're also applying that to your physical appearance, your body, and your features. And in this case, specifically, they're bringing up the breasts. So, and the breasts are connected to the heart chakra. So it's like, by loving yourself, it's quite literally loving that entire area of your chest. So yeah, I just feel like this love radiating out and expanding into all areas of your life, and that could be one of them. Really interesting. You have the King of, that's the Nine of Swords, and it did come out like almost reversed, so I'm going to take that as a reversal. So this is the stress and the worry and the anxiety and the sleepless nights and the stress of being disconnected from yourself and being, afraid of what lay beneath the surface. And I feel like being connected to yourself here has really you've like freed yourself, and that's no longer an issue anymore. So where there was fear, where there was stress, where there was anxiety, now there's going to be joy, pleasure, confidence, excitement, clarity. Yeah, like where there was distortions of mind, now there's clarity of mind. You're seeing things more clearly. You're seeing that there's something better, that you are better than you thought you were. It's like maybe you had this distorted body image or this distorted perception of yourself and your self-worth. And it's just like all of a sudden you see yourself for who you really are. And it's beautiful and radiant and divine, male or female. It's divine. You are divine, group number one, truly. Oh, it is these two. Okay. And there's more, but I'll just put the deck down for a second. You have the King of Wands reversed as well. Oh, they said no, take that upright. Oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And you have the Sun card. Fiery energies here. It again speaks of confidence, passion. I'm getting innocence here. The Sun card, it's like this little naked child, and it's the innocence of that nakedness. It's like just the pure acceptance of the self. Kids don't have self-worth issues. Kids don't have, self-esteem problems until wounds happen, right? Like until they're mistreated or until other people have taught them otherwise. They come into this world fresh and completely unabashed is the word that's coming through. Unabashed, not ashamed of themselves, not ashamed to ask for what they want, not ashamed to be naked and free, not ashamed to play or to find joy. It's like, I think that's a big part of this. It's like you're removing the shame. Yeah, by forgiving, by healing, by taking care of yourself, by respecting yourself, and doing this consistently, you're healing your shame. And that's relieving the anxiety and the body image or the self-confidence wounds. And it's allowing you to step into your power in a really big way. So you're feeling more confident, more in control, but at the same time, more free. Yeah. It's like this deep inner peace, really, is what it feels like. Deep inner peace. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. They did say that there was a couple more in here. So for group 1, I feel that one. Oh, okay. Lots more. The 5 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles. They're telling me to just take these upright, so I will. The 3 of Pentacles, okay. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay, the King of Swords came out as well, so you have 2 kings here. 5 of Pentacles. You got the 3, 4, and 5 of Pentacles. Okay, and the 3 of Swords. So, yeah, you are healing wounds big time. That's this happy change. That's the cycle you're breaking. You are healing deep emotional scars and wounds that were left by other people because you did not come into this world with those wounds. Therefore, they are not who you are. They don't define you. You define you, and that is what is changing things. Now, when it comes to these kings and when it comes to these pentacles cards, I think another big happy change that you're going through is taking responsibility or control of your finances. So there could be some financial literacy that you're stepping into right now, which is going to change how you approach money because you're changing how you feel about yourself in terms of your self-worth and value. And so it's changing all areas of your life. And when it comes to finances, part of that is being more in control of your finances, feeling as though you are worthy of receiving more than you have in the past. So you can get out of debt, you can get out of lack, you can stop feeling as though you don't have enough. And instead, you are like holding out for more, or you're holding out for something better, or you're saving, or you're investing, or, I get the sense like financial literacy was what channeled through. So you guys are going to be stepping into financial literacy in a big way because the shame is removed. And so it's almost like you're being honest with yourself. So if you've gotten into debt or there's something there that needs to be addressed in terms of your finances, in regard to your self-worth, again, you're being honest in that area as well. You're forgiving yourself for past mistakes and you're taking control of the situation. You're getting very clear and you're taking action. Yeah. Powerful, powerful stuff. So group number 1, that's what I see for you. This positive happy change, this really big happy change is you stepping into your self-worth and healing your heart and forgiving yourself for things and seeing things more clearly and bringing so much more joy to all areas of your life. And I really see this. I really see this positively impacting your self-worth, your body, your image, your relationships, your health, and your wealth as well. So it's really kind of touching many, many areas of your life because you are a whole being, right? We can't really compartmentalize the different aspects of your life because it's all you. So you're approaching it differently and then everything else changes as a result. Really super powerful, really super cool reading. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate you contributing your energy to the reading and allowing me to pull cards for you. So thank you so much. I love you. We'll see you in the next reading or in the memberships. All right. Bye, guys. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your Big Happy Changes reading. So we're going to start off with the Amenti Oracle and take a look at what big changes are coming up for you in a particularly happy way. I hold purity in high esteem. I offer words of good intent. I keep my own counsel. I shuffled this deck very well, and it's been at least 24 hours since I did group number 1's reading, and this came up in exactly the same position. Very interesting. If you were called to that group, I would check it out as well. So what I'm seeing here is really about integrity, group number 2. I feel like you guys are stepping into your integrity in a really big way, and as a result, you are taking off, you're taking flight. I'm noticing the birds in these 2 cards, and it's giving me the impression that through this purity, well, essentially the integrity and purity are causing you to raise your vibration. And so as your frequency increases, I think that's what the birds represent, is in taking flight. And as your frequency increases, there's going to be a lot more freedom. Basically, like there's going to be a lot more opportunities or options that you can choose from. And you're going to, and you are already, I feel, trusting your own inner knowing. So you're feeling into the situation, you are taking into account what you intuitively know to be right. And that's what's helping you to continually step back into your integrity in many different places, many different areas in your life. And as a result, like I said, it's raising your frequency, it's increasing your vibration, which is resulting, or is going to result very soon, in some physical opportunities and changes. So let's take a look at the Angel Answers cards to get some additional insight into what these new opportunities are going to look like. It's literally what I was just saying. Listen to your intuition. I love when the cards do that, and I love when we get to see it on camera like that. So yeah, you are listening to your intuition, and that's increasing your integrity. You have trust. You're keeping your own counsel. You're trusting yourself. You're trusting yourself to know what to do and when to do it. And why that's important is because you are listening. You are being the embodiment of the divine. You are really, embodiment. You are embodying. That's, I think, the main message here. You've got compromise as well. And in the near future. Okay, I do want to get more information on those. Oh, Spirit said, in the near future, there will be an opportunity that causes you to compromise. But the compromise isn't something that you are losing. It's not something that you need to sacrifice anything to receive. It's more like it's creating balance, because she's got the scales in her hands here. So it's not a negative compromise, because I think when we think compromise, we think like I give a little and you give a little, and then we both come out sort of happy. But I feel like in this equation, it's more like I give a little and you give a little, and we both come out really happy. So I feel like this is to do with something or someone else, something involving someone else. Let's get the second oracle deck here, or third technically, for group 2. No? Okay. That's so strange. This deck always, lately in the last 2 readings, has been different than normal. It's like it wants me to shuffle it or work with it differently, which is, I don't know, I just take note of these things. You have a child. You care deeply about children, and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own children, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. Interesting, this compromise may be in regard to your child, your children, or your inner child if you don't have children yet, or you don't want them. Some people don't. Innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook, and enjoy the peace within your heart once more. And go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. Okay. So, yeah, I definitely feel like this has to do with a child, because both of these cards are to do with children. The go for it is making me feel like there's something that you're wanting to embark on. I think for some of you, this may be about having a child. Maybe you're considering having a child, maybe your partner, and you have been talking about getting pregnant or adopting or something along those lines, and you need to compromise to come to an agreement about how or when or why you're making this big decision. I mean, that would be a big happy change. If you're not interested in having children and this is not something that applies to you, then like I said, I feel like this is to do with the inner child for some of you. So it's being able to compromise with your inner child to reconnect to your innocence, so that you can do something that you've wanted to do for a really long time. And it is aligned with your integrity, and your intuition has been guiding you to it for a long time. So this is something that you're now seeing clearly for the first time, I think, in a long time. Not for the first time ever, but for the first time in a long time, because it may have been repressed since childhood. Like, it may be a dream that you had for a really long time, and it became something that you felt that was unrealistic. And so you kind of just buried it, you buried it in the back of your mind, or you let it go and you got practical and you started just doing real life stuff, but I feel like it's as you're raising your frequency, as you're stepping into your integrity and trusting your intuition, your higher self and your soul is kind of guiding you actually back in that direction. Whether this is having a family and being a mother, like maybe you were a kid and male or female, you liked baby dolls and you nurtured things and you wanted to be a parent. That could be a dream that's coming back around, and your intuition is kind of guiding you back to it because you're now a frequency match to do that. Again, for others, this would be something else, a dream that you've wanted to fulfill, something that you want to be in the world, because that's the energy that I'm getting from both of these scenarios, whether it's being a parent or being something else. It's about being, and that's why we have the word embodiment, because embodiment is the physical act of being something. You are embodying something. You are playing that part. You are expressing your soul. You are, I see you being like the embodied version of your higher self and the embodied version of your inner child, plus the version of you that you are now. It's like you're really kind of putting the pieces of these puzzles together, and I think these parts of yourself are compromising. So let's find out what's going on in the near future here. The King of Cups. And the King of Cups could be this other person if there is another person involved here. because it fell right on top of compromise, like right on top of compromise. So I get the sense that the King of Cups here is an emotionally grounded, mature, nurturing energy, and he's able to calm the waters. He's actually able to compromise. The King of Cups is great at that because he's in a leadership position. He's responsible. He's always in his integrity because he's very connected to his intuition, his feelings, and the needs of others. So he's very aware of what he needs and what everyone else needs, and he's kind of the guy to go to if you need compromise. The King of Swords is more like somebody who's not going to compromise, and they're going to kind of just do what they want to do, whether you like it or not. The King of Wands, again, they're more about themselves in some senses, and the King of Pentacles is nurturing, but he's looking after his bank, So the King of Cups is really the best king to have here in a reading in regard to compromise and integrity and intuition and nurturing. When we have child and innocence in the King of Cups, this is like the father energy. Okay. In the near future. Get information on in the near future, please, Spirit. Okay. So you have the Ten of Wands. There's the King of Pentacles. Okay. He heard us talking about him. His ears were burning. You have Strength. The Ten of Swords. Okay, so 2 tens, and these are the challenging tens. We have the fun tens, the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, and then we have the not so fun tens, the Ten of Swords and Wands. So there's something here that it's been weighing you down. It's been draining you. It's something that you were really, really attached to, is what I just heard. Because I wasn't even going to say that, but it was something you were really attached to. It may have been an idea. It may have been an idea of who you are or who you think you are supposed to be. Oh, wow. You have the Queen of Cups. You have counterparts here. This just really screamed healing at me. Healing in relationships. It's like if you were really at your wit's end with relationships because you felt as though everything you tried came up as a failure, or everything you didn't work, or took you out of your integrity, or caused you stress and burdens, and just not a great sense of stability. This is changing now. There's going to be a need to compromise, like they're saying here, in the near future, but you're closing a pretty major cycle, group number 2, and as a result, because you're raising your frequency, because you're stepping into integrity, these big happy changes are regarding your ability to connect and have healthy, happy relationships, or to improve your current relationships. I see that it is going to take gentleness, though, because strength here is, to me, in this moment, gentleness. So it's going to take you being gentle, which I think involves that nurturing energy, and you're listening to the deeper needs of the individuals involved in this equation, because it does feel like there's more than one. There's you, there's your inner child, there's your higher self, there's this other person, and the relationship between you two. Let me tune into the King of Pentacles, because I want to ask him why he's here. Oh. The King of Pentacles said, "I'm a marrying man." So it's a commitment. So a compromise in the near future may lead to a commitment. So for some of you, this could be having a child, having another child, or making a decision to do with your children. For some of you, like I said, this is you healing your inner child, connecting to your inner child, listening to them as you enter into or improve an existing relationship. Or a new relationship is what I meant, like improving an existing one or stepping into a new one. So commitment is here though. It's commitment to integrity, it's commitment to stability and security, and it's also about that commitment to the gentleness, to the nurturing, to the willingness to be open about this and to communicate. It's like the compromise and communication here. It's really about you being able to kind of meet in the middle, where maybe there was struggles with that in the past. Maybe you were the one taking on all of the burden. I feel like now that's changing because you're stepping into your integrity, because you've worked so hard to raise your frequency. You're like, I'm not going to compromise myself anymore, but I will, with integrity and gentleness, find a compromise that works for me and for you so that we both win in this situation. So let me see if I can get timing on in the near future. Oh, okay. They pointed me to the 10s, the 2 10s. So 10-10. This could be the 10th month and or the 10th day, or both, because it's 2 10s. So what is the 10th month? November? No, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. October is the 10th month, which doesn't make sense because October is 8, but that's the way it is. So October 10th could be important. Now they're drawing me to the Strength card, which is ruled by Leo. And Leo is August. So August may be... Oh, they just said initiation. August is going to be an initiation of this energy. So that's why it's like in the near future, because we're at the time that you're watching this, if you're watching it when it first came out, this is July. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you happen to find this, even if it's years later, it's still the relevant August and October that's coming up in your timeline. But I see something about August here is like the spark or the initiation of this. And then there's something happening significant on October. Let me see if I can find out what that is. Okay, so I said, what's happening in October? They said the connection springs forth and bears fruit. So for some of you who are looking to get pregnant, it could be like you make the decision in August and then by October, boom, you're pregnant. Woo. For some of you, I just got that this could be a business deal. I was not seeing that at all, but it just kind of popped into my mind, and that's how spirit communicates. So this could be something that the idea is initiated in August, and then the business idea is broached or is even contracted in October. So it's like you discuss things, you compromise for a couple of months, and then you sign the contract in October, or you make the commitment in October. The child could be a project, because children don't have to be literal. You can nurture a project. You can nurture an idea or a creative venture. Ooh, really interesting. So there's so many different possibilities here. You guys have to let me know how this applies to you, or what in what way you may feel like this is going to be coming up for you, because it is in the near future, so it's not going to necessarily resonate right now, although it may. You may have an idea of this already, but August and October, let me know how this unfolds. If you remember, come back to the video and comment, or shoot me an email, because I'm always curious to know how these readings come out, and I always enjoy reading the comments and seeing how they apply, because I know that they apply to me too, so I see them playing out in my life as well. Yeah, this path is leading you home. And that's kind of what I was getting before. It's like the inner child has had this dream for a long time, and it's like through awakening yourself, through trusting your intuition and stepping back into your soul embodiment, it's guiding you back home. So it's bringing you back to that core self, that core dream, or that Core need is what they just said. Ooh, core need. So this kind of goes beyond just an idea or a concept. This is a need at soul level. And that's why the inner child was passionate about it. That's why the inner child dreamt about it, fantasized, imagined, played with that idea, because it's a need at soul level. The soul has chosen that on some level. But there were some rocky seas. there was some turbulence along the way that kind of caused you to put that on the back burner, is what I'm seeing. It's like you had bigger fish to fry, is literally what I just heard. And it's so funny because it's the rocky sea here, the tumultuous sea, and the ship kind of like, oh, okay, well, I need to focus on just weathering this storm. We've got bigger fish to fry right now than this dream or this idea or this desire. But it is a core need, and so no matter how far you got away from it, eventually you were bound to come back to it, because it's a soul level need. It can't be ignored forever. That's why it's coming back up. It's destined. It is. It's destined because it's chosen at soul level. It's something it's chosen. It was chosen at soul level, and your human self is now getting back into a position where you can begin to anchor this in and start to see it manifest. Wow. Okay. These are some very big happy changes, group number 2. Not what I was kind of expecting here, but I never really know what to expect going into a reading. I just kind of hold on for the ride. But I feel like that's what you guys have done as well. It's like you've kind of held on for the ride in life, and you've learned to be strong. But now you're using that strength to be gentle. Because you can control your strength, you can control how gentle you be with that strength. And you're nurturing yourself and raising your frequency, stepping into your intuition and integrity in a really powerful way, and holding that consistently. I think that's part of the strength here too. And then again, like I said, you come home to yourself, these opportunities come in, and these relationships really take flight, whether it's business, romance, or building a family. Because I do see all three there, so take it how it applies. Let me see if there's any more messages here. Okay, they said not at this time. So there's more messages they're saying, but like you got the one that you needed today. So maybe your other messages will be in another reading. Okay, so that's what I see for you, group number 2. Lots of big happy changes coming in. I'm sending you all the best, lots of blessings, lots of support energetically to see this core soul need come to fruition in a happy way for you in the very near future. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you are interested in diving even deeper, you do have the option to join the memberships that are available here on the channel, which give you access to the members only videos, live streams where we do personal readings live on camera, and discounts on the merchandise that I have and will have even more of coming out on my website. So thanks so much for being here, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your big happy changes reading. So we already had a card fall out as I was pre-shuffling the deck. I haven't pre-pulled anything else because I wanted to just do all of these on camera. But let's take a look at the first card you have is Child. This just came out in group number 2. That's why I'm a little shocked, because I was pre-shuffling the deck so that the cards were rearranged, after I did group number 2's reading, making sure that it's, a fresh set for you guys. You have the same cards. So Child, you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. So let's find out what other big happy changes are coming for you. Something to do with a child may be relevant here. So we're going to start with the Amenti Oracle. Big happy changes for group number 3. I speak with good intent. I respect the property of others. Okay. I speak positively of others. Okay, so you have 2 cards to do with other people and 2 cards to do with speaking. So communication with other people seems to be important, and it's something to do with nurturing, because I'm not getting the child as like a literal energy like I was for group number 2 here in this reading. So it's something to do with how you communicate in a nurturing way, which allows you to respect others and to connect. I'm getting Gemini energy from I speak positively of others. Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, or just the archetype of Gemini, it's the twins. Oh yeah, you have these 2 twins as well. So it's almost like you're seeing yourself in other people, and so you're able to speak with good intent because you're meeting them at that deeper level. And so you're speaking positivity into them, which is nurturing them. And it's helping them to build themselves up. I just heard resources here as well. So it may be like you are helping to build other people's resources up. I don't know how that is connected here, but we'll see if we can find information. So let's get some angel answers cards for group 3. Nope. I don't know. They just want me to keep shuffling. Okay. We'll just see what happens here. Ah, no way. Trust came up in group number 2 as well. And like I said, I pre-shuffled the decks to clear the energy and reset them. And you just saw that come out live on camera. So you have trust. This is really cool. It's a different message. Whoops. Oh my God. I just went to pick up this deck and I kind of slid it along the table and I knocked over the Amenti Oracle and all the cards just fell onto the floor. So give me 1 second. I need to clean that up. Okay, so all of the cards fell upright except for these 2. And Spirit told me you take the ones that are face down. That's for group number 3. So we're going to take those and take a look. I listen to opposing opinions. Yeah, here we go again. It's like the twins energy, the duality, opposing opinions, mirroring energy here too. Ah, okay. I relate in peace. I feel like this has to do with you relating to other people in a big way. I feel like how you communicate is, I just heard getting an improvement. Okay. So apparently how you communicate is getting an improvement, maybe because you're trusting yourself more to be able to speak with good intent, to approach people positively, to act respectfully, and then to receive that in return. You know, it's like if people come to you with an opposing opinion to then what you have, you're trusting yourself to be able to respond rather than react. Okay. So that you can relate to people and not lose your sense of peace. You know, it's like you respect what they choose to believe. You're not going to allow them to attack you for your beliefs, nor are you going to attack them for theirs. It's like there's a mutual kind of respect that I'm seeing here, even if those viewpoints are opposing, because it's the opposing opinions and then these 2 are facing in opposite directions. But somehow through respect, you're able to bring these 2 back together. I feel like the sun is important here, or something to do with within the next few months. Okay, so I hadn't even asked about timing yet, but within the next few months is here. So this could be in regard to the summer, is what I'm getting, because I was just noticing the sun in these cards and the circle. The circle speaks of the wheel of the year. The sun is, to me in this case, not always, but in this particular reading, it's to do with the summer. And if you're watching this at the time that I'm filming, or that this video is airing, it is summer right now. It's July right now. But I feel like this is kind of like late summer, maybe August, September. technically September's fall, but it's feeling like something like that. So within the next few months, like within the next 2 months or so, something is going to change in a big, happy way. Your ability to connect to people is changing because you're trusting yourself. Ooh, other people are trusting you. Other people are trusting you to hold space for them. You're speaking positively. Some of you may be readers here, I have to say. I'm getting this message pretty strongly, and I don't think it's just for me, because I'm literally a reader. I'm seeing the hands in this card and the symbols, and it's like doing these readings. So I think some of you are readers here. Tarot readers, oracle readers. You do this. You make these types of videos. Maybe not the exact same, but something along those lines. And within the next few months, there's going to be a big happy change in regard to the feedback that you're getting, or the response you're getting, or the traction you're getting in some way. Whether it's with in-person clients, or whether you're doing online personal readings, or whether you're doing YouTube videos or some other kind of readings. I feel like the positive intent that you've instilled in the world, really, and your ability to hold space for duality while building a world of unity is creating an opportunity. I love, spirit rhymes a lot through me. A lot of what they give me is in rhyme form, which I think is really cool. But I feel like they're saying that there's an opportunity coming, and I feel like it's to do with you having respected other people and them seeing you in that energy and trusting you because of it, and being able to do what you want to be doing. And it's like, if this is something that you're doing, and for those of you who don't read cards, or you're not that kind of, that's not something that you do, just bear with me, because there's going to be messages there for you as well. It's just, this one is coming through really strongly, so I have to follow it. I have to follow the thread until we get to the end of it. I see this is actually going to lead you up this golden staircase in the next few months. So there's an ascension, an energy of ascension. And it's like you've trusted yourself to be able to nurture this skill, nurture this gift, nurture other people by respecting them, by seeing the different viewpoints, by speaking positively and with good intent. You have trusted spirit to bring through these messages that were divinely guided for the people who needed to hear them. And there is a result of that's coming here. Like, look at this beautiful divine staircase with these angels flanking it, and this golden, radiant temple, really, in the clouds. It feels like heaven. So I think, like, if we were in the olden days when everyone believed that you had to earn your way into heaven, I think you just earned your way into heaven, group number 3. But that's not how it works, right? Heaven is here. It's our embodiment. It's what we choose. It's not like you have to do good things and then you get good karma, or you do good things and then you get into heaven. That's not how it works. It's the frequency. That's all that matters. It's the frequency of your embodiment. It's where your choices aligned or were they misaligned to you, not necessarily to a set of moral codes or a book. It's were they aligned to you and your soul. And I'm seeing here that yes, they have been aligned. I just heard the word selfless. I feel like you've been quite selfless, group number 3, whether this is through the work that you've done reading, or for others of you, it's like whatever you've been nurturing, you've been doing it quite selflessly, and you've been wanting to connect with other people in a very honest and open way to create connection rather than to emphasize any pre-existing separations of the mind or of belief sets. It's like you're able to create this unity because you come at any kind of a situation with an open heart. And that is how the heart chakra really is the bridge to the upper realms. It is the bridge to heaven. That's how we access our higher frequencies, is going through the heart chakra, activating the heart chakra and working consciously and intentionally through that energy. So you guys are really, in the next few months, going to see some serious benefits, is what I'm feeling here. And they're giving me the word resources. I feel like other people are going to be showering you with gratitude, with thanks, with resources, with support, with there's going to be some kind of a rise. There's going to be some kind of a big happy change here. It's like you really start to see the point of why you're doing this. I mean, I think you see the point no matter what it is, but because you're just called to do it, right? And you find joy in doing this. But I think that you're going to see, not the point, I should amend that statement. You're going to see the result of what your actions have created. It's like you're going to see the result of what you have birthed. Because the stork here, I don't even know if that's a stork, but that's the message that it just gave me. So it's like the baby, right? It's like something about delivering the baby. Maybe if you are looking to have a child, go watch group number 2, because that, I won't give away the whole message there, but yeah, just if you're interested and you feel called, go there too. But this proverbial baby, if we're looking at it that way, it's like something you've nurtured. It's something you've given a lot of love and attention and affection to, whether it's this a channel or a business, or if you're not a reader at all, you're not in the spiritual field. It's just something that you've been working on, especially as it relates to other people, speaking to other people, communicating, and nurturing those relationships with good intent, with positive connection. That is like the baby that you've delivered and you've nurtured, and then there's going to be a result of that. It's like there's going to be something tangible is what I'm feeling, something tangible that you can see, because they keep giving me the word resources. So this might be money, this might be time. I mean, when I think of resources, it can really be anything. Time, money, food. I just heard the word travel and fresh air as well. So something is going to be happening for you here in a very positive way within the next few months, no less. So fantastic. Whoa. Notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. You are getting a lot of signs. I feel like you're very intuitive, group number 3, and I think that's another message that kind of comes along with group number 2's reading, or along from group number 2's reading. I think that these two sections, I think that these two readings are very connected, group 2 and 3. Wedding. Okay. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. And that came up in group 2. This is fascinating. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into faith and love, dearest one. So if you've been getting signs of marriage and children. Okay, now they're playing in my head the song Love and Marriage, something with the baby carriage. I think that's from a show. It's like that's the theme song for some show, some sitcom from the 80s, I think, or 90s. I can't remember. But if you've been getting messages about, or signs from the universe about getting married and having a family, this is a confirmation for you that if this is something you desire, they're saying trust, because this is coming in. And the more that you stay in your integrity, the more that you speak positively about yourself and others, right? It's important you do the same for yourself, because it's the embodied energy that's important here, not what you're just giving out. It's actually being that. And I feel like there's going to be resources that come in. And, it's funny because when I see wedding here and I respect the property of others and we kept getting the word resources, this makes me think of like wedding presents. You know what I mean? It's almost like, and that doesn't have to be literal, but it could. If it's not literal, then it's like that type of idea, right? When you make a commitment to something, you sign a contract, you have a party, you invite people, they see that, and then they send you gifts as well wishes. So it could be a project, it could be a baby. Same thing with babies. You have a baby shower, you receive presents. So it's something new that you've initiated that's coming to full term, if we want to look at it that way, because it's like a relationship that comes to full term, a child that comes to close to full term, and then we celebrate that and we give gifts. So something's coming to term and people are giving gifts. That's really what I see here. And if you haven't already, you're going to be getting a heck lot of signs here. They're saying like a truckload of signs in regard to what this is regarding. So they're saying pay attention. They're saying we're giving you signs. Listen to them. Look at them. Take note is what Spirit just said. Take note of the signs because they're going to be showing up everywhere. And the closer you get to this, the more signs you're going to see, the clearer it's going to become. And they're doing that for a reason because they want to give you almost like they're showing me a warning, not a warning, but like, when your flight's about to board and they're like, last call for gate 223. 223 could be important to somebody out there because that just popped into my mind and I use that as an example. But it's kind of like that, like they're going to be giving you those signs, like those boarding calls basically. And you're going to be at the gate. You're ready to get on that plane. It could be travel, because didn't we have travel come up at some point in this reading? I can't remember. It's hard for me to remember when I'm doing readings and things like that. I'm channeling. And if you're a channeler and you're a reader, you know that it's very like in one ear out the other type of thing, because you're not in a super grounded, like you're grounded, but you're a little bit spacey while you're doing it because you're kind of stepping back to allow Spirit to speak through you. So you're there, but you're like not fully in the moment in that sense. Yeah. So anyway, that's beside the point. You guys are, there's something here that's going to be coming to full term in the next few months. So this is a timeless reading whenever you happen to see it. So the next few months from whenever you watch the reading. So just notice the signs, pay attention to the synchronicities and the messages that you're getting from Spirit, from readings or from just your daily life, the repeating patterns that keep showing up or little symbols and things like that. Be mindful of those because and trust them is what they just said. Trust those signs because they're going to give you indication of kind of like how close you're getting to the plane taking off, basically. Okay, let's get some tarot cards to get any final messages here for you, group 3. No? Oh, those 2, okay. So final messages for group 3. Okay. We have them. So the Emperor. Okay. 7 of Swords. Page of Swords. I'm just taking all these upright because that's what I feel. 9 of Wands. And oh, that's the Hangman. He's supposed to be upside down. So if you've felt like you've been kind of stuck, if you felt like you really had to kind of fight your way through this over the last little while, group number 3, they're telling you that it's going to get easier. You're going to go, it's like you've almost gone from other people challenging you or stealing from you in a way to instead you're meeting things with understanding. You are not allowing, I feel like you're setting boundaries in a really big way here. So you're setting boundaries. So you're being respectful. You're communicating authentically. You're trusting yourself to be able to enter into these conversations without reacting. Like we were saying before, you're able to respond more maturely. You're able to respond more directly to any threats or deceptions or subterfuge. I just heard subterfuge. That's a word I've never heard with the Seven of Swords, but it makes sense because that's exactly what it is. It's like deceit, thievery, trickery, betrayal sometimes can be as well. So I feel like you've kind of gotten on top of that. You know what I mean? Like instead of having that be on top of you and wounding you and you kind of having to constantly try to fight back against any kind of subterfuge, I feel like you've gotten on top of it because you're able to notice the signs, right? Like you're trusting your intuition. You see things as they are rather than as you think they should be in that sort of more distorted sense. And as a result, you're being very honest, not pessimistic, and not overly optimistic. It's like a very balanced middle ground where there is an awareness of what you have control over and also an awareness of what you don't. And then you can make appropriate, aligned, empowering decisions for yourself and ideally for others as well. But what I'm seeing here is that in the past, there was a lot of challenge with other people and their opinions or what they thought that you owed them. Ooh, people thought that you owed them something. Maybe because you just kept giving without kind of setting any kind of boundaries or anything like that. And I feel like you've kind of been stuck, or you were stuck in that for a long time. And now it's changing. Now you're kind of like, I'm not going to do that way anymore because all that did was hurt me and it didn't serve them either. So I'm going to step into my full power here and set these very, very stringent boundaries where I'm still respecting you and I'm still listening to you and I'm still speaking positively and with good intent, but I'm not going to allow any of that subterfuge below the surface. I'm not going to trust just for the sake of trust. I'm going to trust where trust is earned. And as a result of you changing those patterns of interaction with other people, there is this empowerment, there is this ascension, there is this commitment to this project or to this person or to this purpose is almost what it feels like. And that's leading you in the direction that's going to take you into the rest of your life is what Spirit just said. Yeah, it's like, again, you're like boarding the plane to the rest of your life, metaphorically speaking, or maybe literally, I don't know. But you are stepping away from any of the deception of the past, either from other people projecting onto you or of you deceiving yourself in how you were seeing other people and how you were therefore approaching them or reacting or responding to them. So your interpersonal dynamics have changed significantly. And this is a big, happy change because it's freeing you, basically. It's freeing you from the role that you were playing before. And it's allowing you to step into a new role, a new, more committed, abundant, secure role is what they're telling me. So yeah, there's a lot of security here. And you're going to start seeing the physical resources of that, whatever that happens to look like, within the next few months. All right. Let me see if there's anything else here. Any final closing messages for group number 3, Spirit? Not at this time. Okay. That's the exact same phrase that they used for group 2. So you guys are really kind of mirroring each other in this way. And I don't know how those two fit together, but they must, because otherwise they wouldn't have given us so much indication that those two readings are connected. So, yeah, that's what I have for you here today, group number 3. Lots of big happy changes coming for you very soon. And all you need to do is notice the signs, keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. Good job. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And if you want to go even deeper, you can join the membership here on the channel, or memberships. There's 2 options, 2 tiers, and both of them will give you access to some of the members only videos, as well as the live streams where we are going to be doing one-on-one personal style readings. So if you are interested in getting your cards pulled by me live on camera, then you can join the membership and we can do that as a community. And yeah, so anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, supporting the channel, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.